How many we have remaining?
Yeah, sorry. What is that, Prachi? Hello? I can't hear you.
Hello,
Yeah, tell me.
am I audible?
Yes, yes, tell me.
Hello. How many classes are remaining?
Maybe some three.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Okay.
So what we will do today is like, so for suppose I want to just send multiple zip codes. Okay, so earlier we have worked on this hippopotam.com, right? This particular API. So if I want to send multiple APIs like zip code followed by the country information. So there is, as you might all already know, there is something called data provider that is available in TestNG, right? So we will use that in order to just send multiple sets of data. Okay, so are you aware data provider? I think you are aware, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. So let's do like how to send the data using the data provider. Okay. So the initial code, I can just take it from here. This will be the same. I just copied it. So here earlier we faced some difficulty in expect response time, right? So the thing is like we just missed one of the braces. That's why it just gave us the error. So what we are expecting is like it should have the response time which is less than 2 seconds. Okay, that is what we have written over here. And now let's write the test cases. So So what I want to see is like I want to validate any one of the information for multiple sets of data. Okay, so I want to send some country ID as well as the zip code, and I want to get the let's say I want to get the postal code or something, any one of the data from this particular thing. Okay, so in that case. So, as usual, let's start with a given. And inside the given, you can send the specification as it is already being sent as part of the before class. You don't need to send. So, what I can do is like I can directly send the get. So, here I want to send the URL. And so, for suppose if this is the base URL, I should send this particular information inside that, right? So this is what I want to say. So in order to this to work, I will just make this as rest assured dot star, and also here I can just make okay. So then I want to validate, let's say the body. For suppose if I just take the postman, I want to validate whether the places of 0 dot state is this particular thing or not. Okay, so what I will say, body of places of 0 dot state equal to this particular state. So similarly, what I can do, I can just validate for multiple states. Okay, I can just give validate state info, and I should pass on this particular country ID as well as the zip code. Okay, so what I can do, one way is I can create multiple state informations like this for validating the same. Right, so for suppose I just send US slash this one. What is that I'm expecting is California. So rather than just sending like this, what we can do is like we can send a data provider. Okay, so let's validate whether this is working fine or not first. Okay, so now let's do it with a data provider as this is working fine. So what I will do, how to create a data provider, you can use the TestNG data provider and you can give some name for this. Like let's say zip code info, and here public, what will be the return type for this?
Data, I think.
It will be an object, right?
Yeah.
So that it can accept any kind of reference. So and here what it returns, you can just say it returns new object of, and here I can just mention my multiple values. Okay, so what I want to send is like I want to send the country name, the zip code information, as well as whenever the state I want to validate the state, I want to validate, I want to send this particular state information also. Okay, so I will send like this. So let's say I want to send 3 sets of data. Okay, so what is my first thing that I want to send? I want to send the this country information, comma, and the zip code information, and what is the expected result. Okay, let's say my expected result is this. And similarly, I will just send this. And the country that I am, sorry, the state I am expecting is this. Let's give some other data also. So I will just send the zip code and this one. Let's say ES. And what is the expected result? The state will be this. Okay. So just how to just keep it over here, I will just say my data provider is this equal to, I can get the name. So whatever name I have, I can just place it over there. And now I can just say validate state info. And here I need to pass on 3 parameters, right? Because I just said I'm going to pass on 3 parameters. Okay. So first parameter will be my country name, string zip code, and whatever I'm expecting, the state. Okay.
Yes.
Why is it throwing an error?
That zip code, double inverted comma on top.
Oh. Okay. So
Yeah.
now how to just pass on these values? Okay. So I can just send the state information over here, right? So that I want to initialize. So this is this thing. Okay. So whatever places of 0 dot state, it should be whatever I got it from this particular state information. Okay. So now how can I just do this?
Sorry, can you repeat again, Bhagya?
Yeah, how to send the country name and the zip code?
Using this method, validation state info, we can pass. We already passed in data provider, correct?
Yeah, but here I should send that
Oh, okay, okay. Country name, then plus and double inverted close. Same as it is for zip code and state.
zip code. So if this is the way, then let me just, why is it throwing in it? Yeah. So when I just send country name and zip code, let's see whether this is working fine or not. I'm just deleting the other one. So first it has taken CA and it is expecting this. So everything works fine. So there are 3 tests with 3 country codes and zip codes, and the expected result has been matched. Okay, this is one way of sending this particular country name and the zip code. Okay, so the other way is like you can also send it using the path parameter. Okay, have you tried any time this kind of thing?
No. No.
Okay. So I will just mention given dot. There is some path parameter that you can send it. Okay. So I will just say path parameter, and what it is accepting is like it will accept a particular string as well as the object. Okay. So string I can give anything. Like I can just give country name. This is a string. And here, whatever value that comes from here, I want to place that value into this particular string. So this is how you can send a path parameter. As many path parameters as you like. Okay, so I can just send again another path parameter where I will give some zip code, and for that I want to initialize whatever value that comes over here. Okay, so now I want to send that to the this particular get parameter, right? So what I will do, when dot when dot just a minute. Here, how to send this path parameters into this is like you need to send the strings, okay, that you will be sending like this. So slash, and you will mention I have the value inside my country name, which is a string, followed by the zip, which I have mentioned as part of path parameter. Okay, this is how you will send the whatever path parameter that you have mentioned over here into the get method. Okay, so you should keep it inside the curly braces so that it will understand these are the path parameters. And whatever you have sent as a normal state information, you can just place it like this directly. Okay, so let's run this again. Any doubts, Prachi, as of now?
No, Bhagya.
Okay. So, are you also having like a data-driven kind of test cases in your project?
Data driven, yeah. Actually, we create an Excel sheet as an input and we
Okay,
provide the input to our
from there.
script.
Okay,
Yeah.
instead of using data provider. Okay, fine then. So, if you just understood this, let's go to the next example. Okay, how to extract the response data from the particular API. Okay, so as of now, what we are just directly asserting that whether the body is matching the particular state information or not. Directly we are giving hard coding the value. So if I want to extract the response, okay, so how to do that? Let's understand. Okay, so I will just create a new Java class and say extract response. So the initial code will be the same. And now inside the test, so here we are giving given when then like that, right? So you will say let's write given dot, why is it going import the static parameter? So give what we will be giving. We will be actually we have already placed this, so we can directly go with get. So you can either use this using the request specification, or you can just use the before class. Anything is fine. So what I will do is like for now I will use this kind of implementation. Okay. So I will just take this So you have set the base URI and the parameters, and you are expecting this. So this we don't need because we are not giving any error information. So now the specification as part of the request specification, when you perform some get action, you want to extract the data. So how you can extract the data is like, instead of just saying then dot specification, so you can just give extract. There is a method present, like you can extract dot response. If you want to extract the response, what is the return type of this response is like, it will give you a rest assured response URL. Okay, so the return type will be this response. Okay, so you can import the class. Okay, so by that you can extract the response from the this particular whatever get method that you have sent. You can extract the data, extract the response. So what you can do, even you can pretty print the response. So if I want to pretty print, I can pretty print the response, or for suppose I want to get the status code. Okay, so in status code equal to, I can get response dot status code. Like that you can get it. Or if you want to get some country information, okay, so that will be a string, right? So string, let's say the state equal to response dot, by default this will have the path method. Okay, so you can just send response dot path, and you can send the country information or state information, so whatever you want. Okay, so for suppose I want to get this places of 0 dot state. Okay, places of 0 dot state. Okay, and also if I want the country information. So what is the advantage is like, you can extract the data and you can use it in some other APIs also, this particular data, whatever you are just sending it. Okay. Yes. So for suppose I want to print like this, country followed by country followed by some state, okay, which I have retrieved from the this particular response. Then I can print it like this. Okay, are you good with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it has executed. Let's see. So it has pretty printed as I asked it to pretty print the data. It has pretty printed the data. And let me just see. Did this does not have. Let me just take ES underscore this one. So here the state information is País Vasco and country Spain. So it should print Spain slash this, the state information. So it has printed correctly, right? So like that you can extract the data. Okay. And if for suppose from this data you want to use it somewhere else, you can also just extract the response, and you can for the you can just pass on this particular response relevant data into some other APIs also. Okay, so this is the extract method that we will be using. Okay, so till now we have worked on JSON kind of data, right? So for suppose we want to work with, we want to extract the data from the XML kind of data. Okay, so for that, let's see one of the pet store. Okay, this is a Swagger website where it is going to give you the pet information. It could be anything. So it has the post method. So you can just add some pet using some by giving some ID and everything. So for suppose I want to just create one of the pet. Okay, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the category, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to give some name for this particular dog name, and let's say the tag as a dog, like that I want to create it. Okay, so if I just want to send it as an application slash XML, so this particular Swagger pet store Swagger supports both JSON as well as the XML. So if I just select that particular thing and execute, then that particular pet gets created in the server, and this is the response that you will get it. Okay, so similarly, if I want to get the information of the pet, so as I have recently created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a pet ID. So let's see. So if you just send a get, you will get the details of the that particular pet with the status code as 200. Okay, so like that, for suppose this is a JSON, right? So if I want to send the data in the form of an XML like this, and if I want to execute, so you will get the data in the XML like this. Okay, how to retrieve? So for suppose I want to get the name of the particular pet. How to retrieve? Using the XML, if it is an XML structure. So for suppose this
Yeah.
is pet collection. Okay. So recently I have added this. If I just send it. So for suppose in order to do that, I need to pass on the header information as accept with application slash XML. Okay, if I'm not passing it, by default it will send the data in the form of a JSON. Okay, for suppose I want to get the name. How I will get it? I will just pass on the body of name. That's it, right? So if for suppose I want to get the tags, so how I will pass tags of 0.id and so that I will get the value as 0. Like that I will be passing, right? So in order to work with XML, even in the Postman, I should add a header with accept as application slash XML. Okay, and if I just send it, then I will get the response in the form of a XML format. Okay, so let's do the same inside our REST issue. Okay, so I will create a new class. So what you will write? You will write just accept the request specification from the request specification, like spec of request specification dot when. So here our website is different, right? So let's give the website as this pet store, and I can also set base path instead because I want to send, for suppose slash v2, I want to send it as a path variable. So I can also set base path like this. So I will send v2 slash. Okay. So on that, it has taken the specification from the request specification, and when get off, when we send the information for the pet as 1234. Okay, insert the braces. So what we are expecting then, assert the dot body, and I will just send and equal to. So if it is as a part of it, if I'm just sending the JSON kind of data, okay. So what happens if I want to retrieve this particular information? Let's say I want to retrieve the category dot id. Okay, how to get it?
Can you show me the request again?
Yeah, this one. So if it is a
Category.
JSON, I can just say category dot id,
But
and it should be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is how you will validate normal JSON file.
XML also we have to do the same.
Yeah, I will show you. Why is it throwing me an error? Okay.
3 years.
With JSON, let's say this I have worked with JSON, right? So if I just send it, so it has passed. So similarly, if I want to send as an XML, so the request also should be set to the XML, right? So in order to set that, what you are doing, even in the Postman, you are saying accept, set accept to some media type. Like, so what is the media type? You are saying application
Slash XML.
slash XML. Okay. So even the response type you will be accepting as XML, right? So if I just sending this, and now if I want to work with an XML, so how you will validate is like there will be small difference. Like let me just send this. So here, what is a parent? Parent is pet, right? So if I want to get the ID, okay, a category ID. So I should say pet dot category dot ID. That is how you need to send if you want to just send using a XML kind of mechanism. Okay, so here what I should send is like I should say pet dot category dot ID and it should be 12345. If I just run this, okay, this has passed. Okay, like that, even if you want to work with others also. So first, the parent is pet, right? So pet dot ID. You can just write it or pet dot name. Like that, you need to pass on the path. Okay, in order for this to validate. Okay, this is how the difference between how you send it with a JSON and the XML. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine then. We will discuss other topics remaining tomorrow or maybe on Tuesday. Okay, so I will just place this code inside the drive. Okay,
Sure.
fine then. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye
thank you.
bye.